Hello amigos, I'm Man86 and welcome back to the channel. It's official now guys, it's been announced a couple hours ago now that Fernando Gago has replaced Paunovic as the new Chivas head coach, DT, and yeah, we're just going to go straight into my initial reaction. But before I do that, I just wanted to say that, I didn't post a video on Paunovic leaving because I kind of wanted to wait and see who we got in to replace him and kind of weigh up both coaches and basically just do a video of the whole situation rather than just doing one for Paunovic leaving and one for the new guy showing up. So I thought I'd do it all. So this is the video. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So yeah, my initial reaction, obviously it was announced a couple of hours ago now. And it's been rumoured for the last couple of days, to be honest with you. I mean, Paunovic, as time of recording, Paunovic left, I think 4 days ago, 5 days ago now, sometime last week. So, I've had a few days to kind of digest that, and then also kind of getting used to the fact that we've had rumours about Gago up till now. And yeah, so, kind of got used to his name and I've had a chance to kind of look him up a little bit more. I knew he was a Real Madrid player, but as far as his coaching career goes, I haven't really kept up with it, so I've kind of researched a little bit into it. But before I do that, I just want to talk about Paunovic and what I thought about him leaving and my reaction to that. I mean, there's mixed reactions in this fan base. I mean, some people like the fact that he left. For me, I've been very clear. I think it was a bad idea letting him go. Obviously, I think it was more of a case of him wanting to go rather than him being sacked. I think, I don't think he was sacked. He chose to leave. And, I mean, on one hand, there's two sides to this story. On one hand, he's gotten us into the Liga pretty much every single tournament that he's um, presided with us, and he's let us believe that we're a Ligia side again, which we haven't had really since Almeida left. We've had several years now of just struggling to get to Ligia and being smashed the one or two times we did make it. And yeah, he's given us the belief again that we're at least a good Ligia side. We got to the final a couple of tournaments ago. We really should have won that game. We were 45 minutes away from winning it. Less than that. It was literally 35-ish minutes. Anyway, so that leads me into the negative side, the fact that he's not a perfect coach right now. He did and does make mistakes, especially in this last tournament. Where he had to do a lot of off-field stuff. A lot of stuff happened this tournament. That wasn't in his control, like the whole Vega thing, the Chakota Calderon thing, a whole bunch of other stuff as well that I won't go into, but a lot of off the field stuff, a lot of discipline stuff, and there's a weird thing with Pocho Guzman, don't know what the hell that was. There's rumours that he had a fight with him, actual physical fight with him. With the coach and yes, a lot of stuff, a lot of rumours going around. It kind of got really messy actually. As soon as we lost that final against Tigres, it kind of went down the hill a little bit. Having said that, there were bright spots in this previous tournament. Padilla coming in, Brigadoux as well coming in. Um, some youngsters really getting a real chance. And yeah, we got us to Ligia as well. We only, we didn't barely make it. We won it. We got to Ligia quite comfortably, but yeah, we got smashed by Pumas. That second leg, and that's unforgivable in my opinion. That was his worst game. I think that was more of a worst game for him. That second leg against Pumas, then even the Tigres lost in the final. We should not have lost to Pumas. They're not a great team. I don't care what anyone says. Um, People can call me bitter, that's fine, that's fair enough. But I just don't think they were that great team, and we should have won that, and we should have got into at least the semis. And I think on our day we can take Tigres, but Club America. were quite good this season. You have to give them props for that. But I think we could have given America a really decent game in that final if we'd made it. But anyway, the previous game for me was the one game I can point out where Paunovic really did mess up. He messed up the first 11. He was playing Brizuela, who I love Brizuela. I love Kone so much, but shouldn't be starting games for Chivas anymore. There was several starting lineup issues. There was the substitutions were all wrong. It was just a mess from that second leg. Um, we did. I think we won 1-0 at home the first leg, but we should have won by more, and that eventually kind of just cost us. But anyway, I'm trying not to drag too much onto Paunovic, but I would have been happy him staying. There's definite progress under Paunovic that we haven't had since Almeida, and that's one of the reasons why I was extremely hesitant for him leaving. I felt like if we can handle the Vega situation, if we can reconcile Pocho, we're on the cusp now of bringing in a couple of youngsters from the youth team. I mean, the youth teams have been winning trophies this last year or so. Tapatia won it a couple of tournaments ago, won their league, sorry, and the under-23s just won. There's players like Garcia. Rangel, I think, is ready to step in front of Wacho. I think Wacho needs to leave. But yeah, Garcia in the U23s, I think he's an outstanding goalkeeper. I think he deserves to have a place in the senior team. Luis Puente, there's a few. I mean, I can rattle off a lot of other names as well, but basically there's 3 or 4, I think, players in the U23s that should be making the step up to the first team. Having said that, we do need some more signings. I think we need to get Chicharito in, have him challenge JJ Macias. But there are good things about the club right now. There's some bad things. I think Vega still needs to leave. I'll be very, very surprised if he still plays for Chivas after January. Whether anyone comes in for him, whether we can actually get him out the door is another question. I think he needs to leave to revitalise his career, and I think we need to just cut that out and just get a clean slate. That brings me to the Gago himself. He had a decent career. He played for Real Madrid for like 5 years. So that to play for Real Madrid, I think it was 2007 to 2012. In that period, they were one of the best, if not the best club in the world. So to play there for a substantial amount of time is no mean feat. As a coach, I think he's a bit more unknown at the moment. He's blatantly at the start of his managerial career. He's only a few months older than I am. And yeah, I mean, we've definitely changed our tactics when it comes to coaches now. We're not looking for the 60-year-old Liga MX coaches anymore. We're looking for very, very young, very, very amateur. Amateur is in the sense that he's only been coaching for the last 3 years. Kind of really young coach that's hungry. I mean, the one thing about having a young coach is that they're hungry. And being in Madrid, he's obviously got his philosophy, his standards. His standards quite high. He's Argentinian as well, and he was, childhood friend of Messi. That's kind of cool as well, I guess. But basically, he's got the raw ingredients to become a really good Liga MX coach, in my opinion. Whether he can come in and immediately fix all our problems and get us into the Liga is an absolute open question right now. Massive unknown. Paunovic was unknown as well. I mean, let's not, paper over that. Who's a massive unknown. He's quite young and quite new into the managerial journey as well, but he handled it very well. He obviously had his principles, he had his way, and he didn't divert that too much. And yeah, most of the trouble in the last tournament wasn't of his making, but again, that Paunovic does make a mistake or two, and he's capable of making mistakes, and I would fully expect Gago to make a couple of mistakes as well. And I think he's a decent coach. Decent option for Chivas, should I say. Massive unknown, like I said, but at the same time, that's kind of a good thing. We've had too much of the same for Liga MX over the last few years. It's nice to have a little bit of difference and a little bit of Argentine spice into the Liga, or the league, should I say. So at the moment, I'm quite happy with it. I'm happy that we've got him in to replace Paunovic. I was kind of worried that we're going to get some kind of other established Liga MX coach. Um, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the whole Real Madrid thing, he's obviously got previous history with Hierro, so that kind of relationship's good. Yeah, for me, like, Hierro is the main guy at Chivas right now. He would be a massive, massive cataclysmic loss if we lost him. He's done really well, in my opinion, so far, and yeah, I think he did well with the Paunovic signing, and I think he's going to do well with this signing as well. But yeah, Gago's got a massive, massive task. He's got to sort out Vega. He's got to bring in a striker, in my opinion. He's also got to ship out for a couple more players. We have let go a couple of players. Mir and Sanchez being the two, but I think we need to get rid of a couple more. Yeah, basically, we still need to get some more outgoings. We need to bring in some players. As much as I want to bring youth players, I think goalkeeping wise, yes, bring in a couple of get Rangel in as our number one, new number one. Maybe keep Wally as a cover for him. I think Garcia needs to come in as well. So I think goalkeeper's position, I think we're quite set. I think we need to. I mean, I'll have Luis Puente coming in as well as signing a Chicharito, for example. Chicharito is not going to play every single game, and that gives JJ a chance to establish himself again as starting number 9. And then we've got Puente, who's established, in my opinion, in regards to the fact that he's established in the club. He's established himself as a goal scorer, and I think he's ready for the step up. But yeah, that's my initial reaction. I'm quite happy with it. I didn't want Paunovic to leave, to be honest with you, but we have no control over the fact that he wanted to go, and I think we've replaced him well. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's exciting. He's a young coach. I always refer back to Arteta and Arsenal because, they're my other club. We went young, relatively unknown. Arteta's still in his first job. He's only a few years older than Gago, and Spanish as well, Spanish kind of league, influence. So, yeah, going younger seems to be the new trend now in terms of coaching. We need to start bringing these new coaches into the to the frame, the limelight a bit more. And yeah, I think Gago, he's got a tough job, but I think he can handle it. He's got quite a good reputation with young players. I read a stat the other day that at Racing, his Argentinian club, who we signed him from, I think they said that he debuted like 17 of their young players into their first 11. He promoted them all. Hopefully he does that, because I think, we fill out our squad a bit more with established under 23s that have already won their league and have done enough, in my opinion, to earn a spot. Not every single player. I would say 4, maybe 5 players. A striker, a goalkeeper, a couple of midfielders. Just fill out the squad a bit. People want us to sign the best players in Liga MX, and yeah, I would love to do that, but we don't. It's well known that we don't have unlimited funds. And I think, we've got a hell of a youth team. We've got a hell of a youth setup in Chivas right now. We need to start making most of it. At the worst, we get these players into the starting 11 and they don't like it, or they don't want to be at Chivas, and we sell them on for a profit, like what Pachuca were doing when they sold their best players or sold their best youth players. They were getting money for them. We let far too many previous players leave on a free, and it's just let them go at a profit, get money for them, maybe put buyback clauses in, whatever, or we promote them and they establish themselves. Like Padilla. Padilla's pretty much almost established he's established as a squad player at least. And I think if Vega leaves, he could establish himself as a first team, a first 11 player. We need to start doing that a bit more. Just make the most of the youth team. And then sign 1 or 2 big players to come in. And for me, Chicharito is the no-brainer. He's not going to start every single game. He's not going to take JJ's spot. JJ is going to be our number 1 striker if he can stay fit. But, he's an injury risk. And there's going to be times when we're going to need Cheech to step in. And he could play a few games here and there. Maybe a few minutes each game, whatever. And his leadership in the locker room is going to be immense. I mean, he's He's done it in the biggest clubs. He's done it at Man United when they were the biggest club in the world, and he's done it at Real Madrid as well. He's been around. He's he's a Guadalajara boy. Um, it's in his blood. It would be really, really lovely and nice for him to retire at Chivas. But apart from that, like, yeah, maybe get an Ambriz or Eric Aguirre or whoever. But I just don't think buying big players for big money is the answer. I think we need one or two players to be bought in for relatively. I mean, Cheech will be on a free, but his wage will be quite big. Um, and buy one maybe two players for a decent fee, and then rest fill out for the youth squad, and then just go again. We've got a Ligia worthy team. It just needs refining a little bit. I think Vega's off the field issues just need to be taken out of the club now. For me, Vega reminds me of Aubameyang and Ozil. You know, obviously, I don't think Vega's a toxic player, but his history now is toxic with the club, and I think, like we did with Aubameyang and Ozil at Arsenal, I think we just need to get rid of them now. Well, I say get rid is a bit of a harsh term, but remove them from the club. They can go on. Whichever club Vega goes to, he's going to perform really well. He's going to revitalise that whole kind of mess he's going to leave, and it's going to benefit him as well as the club. Yeah, and then it frees up wages. It frees up the space on the first team for Padilla, for example, and we move on. Hopefully, important decisions have to be made in this winter transfer window. One's already been done. Gago, I think, is a decent signing. I would have kept Paunovic, but Gago I'm quite happy with. But yeah, team-wise, important decisions need to be made, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. That's my kind of overall. I don't want to go on too much. Let me know what you think of him, Gago. Let me know what you think about Paunovic leaving, or whether you should. There's a lot of I've got a lot of Chivas fans that didn't want him to leave, and I've got a lot of Chivas fan mates that did want him to leave. One in particular, Mario. Shout out to Mario. He was quite happy with Paunovic left. I think he thinks that he wasn't good enough. There are people out there that just not quite happy that Paunovic left and are quite happy with Gago. So let me know in the comments. We'll have a big chat about it. And it'll be interesting to see what we do signing wise, because we're going to start signing players. I think we're going to get Jose Castillo from Pachuca. That seems like a decent signing. Our defence, we've got rid of Mir and Sanchez now. I say got rid. I mean that due respect. I love both of those players, but they're quite old now. Our whole defence is old. We need, except for Mozo and Chakotay as well. I guess I think Chakotay's going to stay, but our defence needs rejuvenating. Is what I'm trying to say, and I think getting Castillo in to challenge Mozo at right back is a brilliant signing. The exact kind of signing we need. We need to start going youth now. Getting younger players that are maybe not as established or as experienced, but can challenge and can improve in time. And some people want more established players, but again, I just don't think we've got the money for it. So, I'll let you know what we do transfer-wise. I'll do videos, obviously, reviewing all the transfer activity, so stay tuned. This is the first video of my new Clausaurus series for it's 2024, won't it be? It's New Year in a couple of days, so anyway guys, if I don't see you before the end of the year, have a happy Christmas, have a happy New Year. 2024, the Clausaurus is going to be a big one. It's going to be very, very interesting, and I'm going to enjoy recording it and following it, and hope you guys looking forward to it as well. And also check out my new jersey. It's a 95-96 home jersey. I bought it. It turned up a couple of days ago. Pretty cool. I really like it. Don't think I'm ever going to wear it. I think it's like a large anyway, so it's too small for me. But I quite like it. So let me know. Give a thumbs up if you like the shirt. Give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And leave that comment, because I do reply to all the comments. So thanks guys for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, and welcome to the club, Fernando Gago.